So what's up, guys? Welcome to No Offers. The only place where you'll get no offers.
So I'm Jay. A little bit about myself. I was actually born in LA, moved to NorCal for half my life, which is something I want to bring up later on. What would you consider yourself being? You know, like, am I considered an Angelino, or am I considered from up north?
Because NorCal and SoCal are two different countries, bro.
Yeah, Simon.
Two different territories, man.
So yeah, that's something I want to bring up. But yeah, a little bit about myself. I came down here seeking into the professional career, but I got no offer. I even joined a club, and it didn't work out. So,
Hello, everyone. This is Raj. I'm born and raised here in LA, but most of my time during summer or winter vacation, I spent it in Mexico. So, a fun fact about myself is I think I consume pure Spanish media. I just listen to Spanish music. I watch Spanish talk shows, Spanish comedians, and I think that's mainly what I consume. I was mainly with this guy in school, where we'd go to a lot of networking sessions and got no offers.
it's the way to do it.
I guess now it's my turn. Name's JB. I wasn't born in America. I was born in Vietnam. But I've lived in Los Angeles for most of my life. Same with these guys. Join clubs and everything. No offers.
No offers, huh?
But, and that's why we named this podcast No Offers, but it's just something that we all had in common. But overall, we're just going to talk about anything and everything that comes to our head. Everyone's got an opinion, apparently so do we. So, yeah. So, what do you want to talk about first? You want to talk about if you are an LA person or...
Yeah, so I was talking about this with my partner. So I was just thinking about it. I'm like, what do you even consider yourself? Because let's look at Lupita Ngoyo, right?
Who?
Lupita Ngoyo.
Who?
Do you guys know who she is?
No.
I'm not even sure if I'm pronouncing the last name right.
Lupita Ngoyo, that's her last name?
Yeah, the girl from Black Panther.
Oh.
She came on Us.
Yeah.
So
he butchered your name, but yeah.
So she was actually born in Mexico, right? But her parents, I believe, are African.
Mm-hmm.
I would assume, I'm not sure, but I'm assuming that she identifies more as black than she does Mexican, that's where she's born from. So that's just me assuming.
Her passport says Mexico, right?
Yeah. Well, I would assume so, but
her ethnicity is like of African descent, but
or her
like,
nationality.
but she was born in Mexico, right?
Yeah.
So wouldn't she be Mexican? Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
but what would you identify as? Like, what do you identify as Mexican American or Mexican?
I always say I say Mexican, like all Mexican.
But if you go back, will they consider you Mexican?
I mean, I'm at the point where I'm trying to really perfect my Spanish, like with the slang and everything, in order to fit in and not be seen as someone who's like a pocho or doesn't or can't understand the culture, But I mean, just like in the U.S., Mexico has a lot of different slang depending on where you're from, Like someone who's from LA is gonna talk differently than someone who's from the South.
Yeah.
To someone who's from like New York, right? Just like in Mexico, if you're someone from Guadalajara, you're gonna talk different than someone who's from like the north, like Monterrey, and definitely talk different if you're from like Mexico City,
What about you,
I see myself as just Vietnamese American. I mean,
American.
I'm a little bit of both, and a little bit of none at the same time. I'm pretty sure if I were to go back to Vietnam, they don't see me as a full-on Vietnamese. But in America, I don't know. People just see me as Asian, but
Yeah, because I was thinking about it. I'm like, she asked me, my partner, what do you see yourself as? What do you identify as? I'm like, Mexican American. I can't consider myself Mexican. I mean, I know if I go back, they're not going to see me as Mexican. They're going to see me as American. But here, other people who don't know who I am, they're going to see my brown skin and they're like, that fool's Mexican. So, I don't know. It's just kind of a lost identity.
But what about
Yeah,
nor from here nor from there. But what about going back to what you said? Because you were born and raised in LA, and now you live in you were born in LA, right?
Yeah, I was born. And
your childhood was LA.
Yeah, 10 years.
And then now you're living in LA. But those important critical years for development, like those teenage years, were in NorCal. So what would you consider yourself as?
I don't even know.
You claim LA.
I claim LA, but
a fun fact is that you're from the Bay. Well, not even from the Bay, from up north, right?
Yeah. So I don't know. But yeah.
I don't know. I feel LA is like a whole personality. Once you're here, it will never leave.
Oh, dude, yeah.
So.
But then people from LA have different ways of growing up too, you know?
Yeah,
like
that's a different.
There's different parts of LA. There could be LA County, and that's huge, you know? You can't specifically have one way of growing up just because you're from LA.
Yes.
Let me see. What's one topic you would like to discuss today, sir?
I don't know. I mean, like, since we're talking about LA, let's talk about just growing up in LA.
Growing up in LA?
I mean, LA have many neighborhoods, some better than the others.
No, at what age did you come on?
I came here when I was 7.
7?
7, 8. But I've moved around in my adult life. I moved around 2 times. I lived in Vegas for a year, and then I've also lived in Seattle for a year. So I definitely have see some other aspect of America as well as the people. So, how about you?
I mean, I was born and raised in LA, man. Like, what can I say? I've traveled to other cities around the U.S., and there hasn't really been one that has stolen my heart, you know? I used to think Texas was going to be really cool, but I hate the humid weather. I just can't stand it. Sorry, Texas people. I thought I was going to fall in love with New York, you know? You know, you grew up, you know, the only bigger city than LA is probably New York, right? You know, that was the first big city from the U.S. You have Wall Street there. You know, growing up as a business major, you always, you know, want to visit Wall Street. A lot of movies that take place in New York, but LA's home, you know?
That's true.
Besides the high cost of living, you know, I wouldn't see myself moving anywhere else.
I don't think I can live in the East Coast.
No.
Why not?
West Coast till I die, bro.
Yeah.
West Coast, bro. Let me see. Let me pull up one of my interesting topics that I wrote down today.
No hating on the East Coast. Don't cancel us.
Yeah, no hating on the East Coast, guys.
Yeah.
Let me see. So, you know, being born and raised in LA, you know, we just got a new tourist attraction, guys. What do you guys think about the 6th Street Bridge?
Dubai Heights?
Dubai Heights, bro. Have you seen all the shenanigans happening over there?
I've seen some posts on Instagram and the car tracks and racing.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. Some of the stuff is okay. You know, like the quinceañeras, the proposals. Like, you know.
I don't know if the proposal was real, but I mean, yeah. That was
but it looked nice.
Yeah. But I mean, they kind of like. All the
you got people getting haircuts.
It was a new bridge. In the first week, they destroyed it, vandalized it. It was already tagged.
Bro, it's a bridge, not a freaking rose garden. Get proposed somewhere else.
Get proposed.
Fair enough. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, dump that fool.
I don't know, man. I feel like I haven't gone to the 6th Street Bridge.
Yeah.
But it's a big part of culture here.
Yeah.
So, guys, are you guys Marvel fans?
I'm any good movie fan, dude.
You're any good movie?
Yeah.
I mean, Iron Man was the shit, and that was my favorite Marvel superhero.
Really, Iron Man.
Yeah.
What about yours?
Debatable. I mean, I'm a big DC cartoon.
Like, DC
Okay.
cartoons are good, but their movies, I don't know, man.
Definitely, their movie can needs a lot more polishing. They have the actors. Well, they have the talents, but they don't have the writers for the live action one, which is a shame.
Did you guys see Thor?
Oh yeah, yeah. Did
you see
you
Thor?
guys see it?
No, I haven't.
No, you guys haven't seen it.
Dude, I thought it was
I thought it was really good.
I thought it was really good, and I was glad that it didn't end the way I thought it was gonna end. So if you look at all the original Avengers, you have, and then you have the new Avengers, right? You have like the new Captain America.
Yeah.
They wrote off the old one, right? He's an old man now. He's not gonna be in the action anymore.
Mm-hmm.
If you see, there's gonna be the show. I think it's a show or a movie, Ironheart.
Mm-hmm.
And then Armor War. So they're gonna kind of replace the Iron Man. Feel, so they killed off Iron Man, you know? There's a new Black Widow, so they had to kill off the old Black Widow. So I was kind of scared that they were... Because before the movie came out, we knew there was going to be a new Thor.
Mm-hmm.
So I was kind of scared that they were going to kill off the OG Thor. But I was kind of glad.
He hasn't seen it.
It's okay, it's not like you're going to see it.
I'm gonna see it.
Nah, don't see it.
That's what we planned.
Really?
Yeah.
It was his date night today?
It was my date night today.
Sorry.
But, I mean, I kind of spoiled myself on a lot of stuff, so...
The thing about Marvel movies now, the thing I was telling my brother is you kind of can't watch the trailer anymore if you want to be surprised.
Do you guys like spoilers?
I don't, bro. I hate spoilers.
I don't like spoilers, but I don't mind spoilers.
You know how bad I hate spoilers? That if I'm watching a movie that I've seen 100 times, I get into it, and if my mom comes by and she's like, "Oh, that's that movie where that one thing happens," I get mad because I'm like, "Why are you spoiling it? I'm reliving the magic again."
Damn, bro.
No, yes, some people are like that. Some people think trailers are spoilers, so
They kind of are when it comes to Marvel.
Yeah, so they don't even watch the trailers.
I think trailers in general nowadays are a spoiler in itself. Like back in the day, it's just kind of like you see the trailer and you're like, "What the fuck?"
Let's see what happens, right?
Yeah.
But now they spoil the whole thing, bro.
Yeah.
And then also like all those YouTube channels where they talk about like, let's talk about what we think is gonna happen.
The analysis and everything.
Yeah,
and like,
it's usually right. Like everything's gonna happen. Like just things are always out there now that I don't know, man. I got spoiled for Doctor Strange and the Multiverse of Madness.
Yeah.
Everything was pretty much what people and the trailer said. Also, the Spider-Man movie, No Way Home, was basically what people said and the trailer.
I mean, that's the thing, right? People want to side hustle and make money off of something, and that's one way to hustle. So, like, I'll just segment this into, like, the hustle culture.
The hustle culture.
What do you think? How do you feel? Like, are you for hustle culture? Are you, like, against hustle culture?
To be against hustle culture, you're against capitalism, bro.
That's honestly true.
But isn't the reason why we're in this mess is because of capitalism, bro? Unchecked capitalism?
Isn't the reason why we get a chance to level up in life is because of capitalism?
I mean, again, I'm not saying capitalism is a bad thing, but I'm saying unchecked capitalism is the reason why we're in a lot of mess. I mean, like, unchecked anything is
That's true.
Yeah,
is a mess.
Like a Nancy Pelosi's husband, bro.
What about it?
Insider trading, bro. You all know that, bro. We all know that.
I mean, like, insider trading is, like, for almost any politician. They did not make any laws against that, which I guess is for their own self-interest, right? Like, why would you make laws that would forbid yourself from making a profit? But, like, I feel like if I, who work, let's say, like, work for the city, has to report every tiny little thing, then I feel like, why shouldn't they, right? But
I don't know, man. I feel like hustle culture is something that now, because of social media, you know, you see everyone's successful on social media. There's not one person who's not successful.
I mean,
I don't know about that.
On-
I mean, it's all show, bro.
It's a
That's what I'm saying. That's
facade,
what I'm saying.
yeah.
On social media, you see someone and you're like, oh, look, they're showing their successful parts of life.
Yeah, but
Right?
you don't even know how.
Yeah, you don't know if they're actually successful or not, but for someone who's on social media, everyone is successful on there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They put their successful self. So I feel like hustle culture is just like taking over. You know, it's something that you feel like you either have to be on it or you're falling behind.
Fair enough. Yeah.
I'm not saying it's good or it's bad because, you know, to each their own. People react differently to things, but I just feel like it's out there, you know, it's the norm now. And I would put it like that.
All these girls starting OnlyFans as soon as they turn 18, bro.
Yeah, man, there's OnlyFans, there's
SoundCloud,
people who
bro.
are, there's SoundCloud. SoundCloud was even like 10 years ago, you know, when it became popular, having people on SoundCloud. You have people flipping items,
Flipping
buying
houses,
inside.
Yeah.
Becoming real estate.
Shoes, people flip shoes now.
Trying to get into the NFT market.
Oh, that too.
People are flipping PS5s.
Yeah.
Anything.
Go
People
for
are
it.
flipping everything now.
Yeah.
They get it for a cheap. They don't even get it for a cheaper price. They get it for the regular price, and then they're just upselling it. You know.
I mean, Jacob just mentioned NFT. I think that's an interesting thing to talk about too. Like, what do you know about NFT? And like, do you think it's a scam? Do you think like
People, I mean, I didn't really understand it, to be honest, when it first came out. I don't know what the like
I haven't even
non-fungible
done my
tokens.
research on it.
That's what it stands for, right?
Yeah.
So, I had a friend explain it to me, and it makes sense in a way, but it's not accessible to the point where, yeah, there's value in it, but if we really, really want to make it value something, everyone should have, access to it. I'm not sure if I'm explaining myself right. But
I
yeah.
actually have no idea. I haven't done my research on
So basically, it's like digital property.
digital property.
Well, kind of, yeah, something like that. I think it's a scam.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a territory that I wouldn't dip in, and basically,
Yeah. So you know how when you play like Call of Duty and some, and then you have like
Like
a skins.
skins.
That's literally what you're paying for. Is a skin.
yeah.
But it is only one of a kind.
There's one of a kind, and then that's it.
Yeah. But
But I was what do you call it? I was looking into it, and I guess there's like virtual spaces that you can buy, like virtual property, like in I forgot Sandbox
yeah.
and all that stuff. And they basically put your NFTs in
I mean, a lot
there.
of
That's
things.
the idea. I just-
Yeah, I think the NFT boom is due to like what metaverse,
Yeah, I feel like that makes
and
sense.
do you think that metaverse is a good idea?
Like Ready Player One. Have you seen
Yeah,
that
yeah,
movie?
yeah.
Dude, I'm looking forward to that, to be honest.
Really? I don't.
For
I don't.
games, for games.
I don't.
Okay.
I don't.
No.
So this is
I
how.
don't either, man. I like living in the real world, bro.
Well, this
Our information is already out there.
it's true. It's true.
It's only a matter of time before anybody has a hold of it.
But do
That's
you want
scary,
it to be
bro.
consolidated into one area? For one
I
company?
think, bro, the government already knows everything.
Yeah, but this is not within the government's
Did
hand.
you just hear those screams?
Yeah, they have a football game up back there. Like,
Oh, I was like, someone's out here having a bad day.
yeah, so I mean, we talked about capitalism, right?
Mhm.
For having one company controlling like almost everything, that's like anti-capitalism.
But look at Amazon, bro. Amazon's trying to...
Well, you still got eBay.
eBay ain't shit, bro. That's for old timers. I don't buy shit on eBay. You guys buy shit?
I
on
have
eBay?
never bought anything on eBay.
I haven't bought anything from eBay since like 10 years ago, but
But Amazon, you buy something from Amazon almost every
Yeah.
week.
Yeah.
yeah, but the thing is, like, I'm surprised that Amazon hasn't gotten hit by an antitrust law by now, with how big their company is, and like, I guess they're diversifying, but like,
Yeah,
It's
they're,
still
they're
a
doing
big
a lot. They want to do
company.
everything.
it's a big company, and like, in the sense of like e-commerce, they're like so big compared to everyone else. It's the barrier to entry is like there's no.
I think. I mean, I think it already is. I think the government's already run by companies, but moving forward, it's going to be more transparent, and we're going to see the companies actually moving in the future, not anytime soon. But I think it already is. I mean, bro, you swear we have a shortage in gasoline. That's why our gas prices are super high. We have a shortage, bro. No one drove in 2020 and 2021. They drove the prices to recoup from those losses.
Damn, that's actually an interesting. I never
It's
thought
so
about
dumb,
it like that, bro.
dude. When I heard they said, "Oh, we have a shortage in gasoline," you're full of shit. That's what I'm saying. No one drove in 2020. No one drove in 2021. Everyone was in the pandemic. Everyone had to stay working from home.
Everyone was working from home. No one wanted to go
And they're
out.
just recouping their losses, bro. I know it. You know it. Everyone knows it. But we just let it happen because we need to fucking drive. So I think.
I mean, talking about gas prices and how they're trying to recoup, there was one law that they tried to pass to cap on how much the gas
Can go up by.
and it got it didn't get passed. But what do you think about that? Should the government step in?
Yes and no. Yes and no. Just because yes, because obviously, dude, I drive hella far for work. And it's killer. But if we start having the government intervene and stuff like that, then when will it stop?
Exactly. Yeah, I think that's just. I think it's a pretty. I would say it's a pretty small topic when it comes to gasoline, right? But you could expand it to like every single thing, even more controversial topics. But if you do get like the government to intervene now, what's there to say that they can't do it for like bigger topics, right? Like bigger issues that we have. You know how you were saying that you travel far for work, so that's like extra expenses for gas. But last year, 2 years ago, you were doing that from home. You were working from home. It was something that we all had to do. Do you feel like your company should like reimburse you for the gas now? Should it be optional if you go to the office or not? Like those are extra expenses that you're doing now because they're making you go to the office as opposed to 1 or 2 years ago.
That's a multi-level question. On your first question, should company reimburse us? No, because you chose to work there. You knew where the headquarters is at.
That's true.
You don't have to work there. Should they have us? Should I have a mandatory to come to the office? Now that we've proven that we can do the work from home for those jobs that do allow us to work from home. I mean, if you can do everything from home, just stay home. Yeah. You shouldn't have it required to go to the office. I know some people are requiring. I know some companies are requiring to come back to the office, but I think that's bullcrap. They're doing it for the work culture, quote unquote. Work culture. But I mean, bro, I never talked to you in the first place, bro. So, like, you only talk to your supervisor and your coworkers, and you can do that from Teams.
Yeah.
But like when the HR director or someone wants you to come back for the work culture, I've never talked to you, bro. I've never seen you, and I do this when I'm in the restroom, bro, and I still try to avoid you. So it doesn't make sense, but I mean, I if you can do it from work, if you can work from home, do it. It's a lot better, but set a limit to yourself because you end up working more actually from home than you do at the office.
That's actually what I noticed too, because so this week I woke up, I would be like working already like at 8 a.m. right? Then I would take like 30-minute lunch. So I quit coffee too. So I'm taking like a nap now in lunch. So I'm taking a half an hour lunch, half an hour nap, and then I'm going back, and then I'm working, and then it's like I stop like at around 5, right? So that should be like 8 to 5. An hour break should be fine, right? But then I find myself going back like at 9. I just find myself working again because it's right there.